Teddy. Teddy, you stick around. Don't go chasing bears. Here we are. It's Sunday, June 9th, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 60, 61. We had a lot of rain this morning, and now we're just maybe getting some breaks and clouds. But yeah, Teddy yesterday treed a black bear. I was out doing some watering. He was out doing his business, and then he barked and took off flying. And by the time I got down there, he was heading back up the path and then hung a hard left over into the woodlot. And then I see a black bear scrambling up a tree, terrified of my little miniature gray poodle. How beautiful boys. Hey. That's Teddy's big adventure for the week. Ours is looking at the grass growing quicker than we can cut it. We did cut it this week. The hydrangea is getting some flower bits on it, or not, the buds. So far we have started. So over here, down here, a couple others around. I didn't notice them on there, and near as I can tell, no spurs yet up on the hosta, but that is, I think that's even bigger than last year. What do we got going on down here? Oh, that's some clover mixed in with, I believe that's campanula. Oh, by the way, we're getting ready for our pine pollen bombs to burst. This branch was down on the ground. I'll see if I can get a clean zoom up there. So you see them all, the little golden grenades up there in the tree? So yeah, I don't know if you've seen any of the videos online of strong gust of wind comes along and then it's just this huge cloud of pollen that goes flying out of the trees. We saw that on the highway the other day. All right, over here. Again, the Sweet William's getting closer, but no sign of flowering yet. But everything's just a little bit taller. Here's that new fountain from the end of last week's video. By the way, I'm not sure how many of my regular viewers saw last week's video or got noticed that it came out. I'm at a lot less views for last week's video. It's still only at 11 views, where the one from the week before is up to like 172 views. So I'm not sure if YouTube didn't send out notifications. But if you haven't seen it, go ahead and check that out. So in here, Dee just got done. We got some Hubbard squash going this year, some kale. We're doing some watermelon too. We're going to train the watermelon up along the fence line. Down over here, we have a couple flowers opening for this hydrangea vine. And I was looking yesterday to see, no sign of any other flower pods yet. Here's some milkweed. I just transplanted this yesterday evening. Excuse me. It's taller. I should have done it earlier in the year. But like everything else, it's really just started growing really quick. And by the time I got a chance to, there we are. But two of the stems over here in front did break. But it was a triple set, so I didn't want to mix them up. Hi, buddy. You gonna show off the daisies? Who's a handsome boy? Hey. Hey, don't be shy. How you doing, beautiful? Don't walk on the milkweed, please. Okay, you're going to pee on it instead. I worked on the peach tree for about 2 hours yesterday up on a ladder. I thinned out a lot of the peaches because there were so many started. And I think I wound up pulling off about a quart worth. A number of them had already been chewed into by worms, caterpillars, something. A few more of them have holes in them. And I did trim off some of the dead branches too, and even some of the live ones, because it is getting tall up there. It's past the point of what I can safely reach on the ladder. But I was careful. Whoosh! I don't know what happened. Somebody lit his fuse. Hi. But I was careful. I didn't want to take off too many leaves either. I should have did it in the spring. As I keep mentioning, I don't expect that peach to survive. So here we go. This Sweet William's got a little bit of color in there. You see it? That's great. Little by little, moving along. We think a deer might actually be taking a nap in here overnight, because it's been plastered down now all week. Let's see, any sign of bee balm yet? Nope. That's also probably what's over in that front bed is some of the bee balm. And the peony, it's just about broken free on this first one. And we did discover there's one down here too, a little ant working at it. Sorry for the shakes, smacking mosquitoes. They're loving this weather. Wet, humid, cloudy. What else have I been up to? Yeah, I'm happy to see the clover, both varieties, has been flowering. I know we had some Sweet William in here. I was working on beach plum yesterday too. So that hurt. That was really hard to do. I lost so much of the branches, so much light. Hi. Or so much of the shade rather. The moment I cut back two of the branches, because there was a taller one and over there, the yard just lit up with the afternoon sun. Hi. You want to go see this hydrangea, and we can look at the deer damage too. Your mom said they've been nibbling on the hosta. Don't go too far. Yep, so here's this hosta, or hydrangea, and it's flowering. Even the flower bits are starting to get a little bit of color in there. But lots and lots of flowers all throughout. And our irises, the white iris is open. Those ones up by the house, I don't think they're going to, but at least we got these guys. I get to enjoy them before the deer get to them, because the deer have been at it. So they're nibbling on this one, and probably over here. Actually, this house is overgrown with the Solomon seal and all these lilies in here. It's quite thick. We have this, it's like a Native American, it's like a ground peanut or something it's called. I think I did get some footage of the pretty flowers last year, but it might just be a little too early. All the new growth on the mountain laurel, but I'm not seeing any signs of berry buds or any flowers. Same up at the top. We have a wild one up there. I don't see any signs of flowers this year. Hey, let's go check around the back. What a good boy. All the wild raspberry flowering. No idea what this little tree has grown in here. And still no signs of flower heads on the big bush hydrangea. A few more flowers here and a few more getting ready to open on these lilies. Another mosquito gone. Another one. This may be the tallest the foamy bells have been. Yeah, I don't remember seeing the stalks quite so long. We're still waiting on these flowers in the clematis. I think they're waiting for another good warm spell, but we're glad to see that it's climbing up along here and rewrapping around there. This one's starting to get some height on it. These lilies too are starting to flower, and this peony too. Just looks like it's getting ready. Again, maybe waiting on the warm weather. No signs of flowers starting yet on this rose. Can I head around this way, Sebastian? Just so vigorous through here. Now look how faded that tulip is. I'll get that open for you. Gotta remember to close this at night, Sebastian, knowing the deer are coming. Oh, I already have to get in here and string trim again. little by little making progress, even though it looks all overgrown. It's mostly we're just letting daisies and clover. And what's my surprise, a lot of this tall stuff is actually white clover, not red. Wow, look at the progress on this rose. This one is really, I think it's found its perfect spot. Look at all that growth. Now how about these Sweet Williams? No color yet, but we are going to get a lot of flowers this year. That's great. Beds are doing fantastic. And look at, we already have flowers on tomatoes. Oh, let me draw your attention. So you see the sides here? You see how high up the dirt was splashing from all the rain we've gotten this week? So that's the main reason for these beds, is to keep all the plants up off the ground. Otherwise, so much of this stuff would have been plastered down. We got flowers over here on those maters. Yeah, flowers on these two also. But everything's taken. Everything is doing really good. This one too. See all that dirt down below? So instead of everything being laid down and all the leaves getting all plastered, they're happy and vigorous. Marigolds actually, these taller ones have some flowers starting in there. Our weeping willow is straightening on her own. Very much. Just barely held now by but I can tell already the top is starting to straighten. New leaf growth. No movement at ground level, so I think we're good. Oh, I gotta get it. Yeah. I'll come back and take care of it. I just spread that over there because the tarp was dirty while I was mixing the soil. And of course now mosquitoes are going to be in there breeding like crazy. Let's see, so in front here, these are the Calypso beans. Sunflowers are bigger than last week. I think that's a sunflower that grew on its own from last year. More of these sunflowers. I gotta trim that grass to give it a little more sunlight. And this cluster of sunflowers here, I'm not sure. We did have a lot more sunflower seeds where else we either planted or are going to. However, not sure if you remember last year, we had planted some out here and the rains washed them all away. So they're coming back. Well, sunflowers coming back that from last year that never got a chance to really grow. There you are. You still got to pick a thumbnail. Where you want to take a picture? Huh? You want to try to be artsy? Well, let's try this, okay? Here, come here. Up this way. All right, here. Come here. Here. Sebastian. Okay. Sit. 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 Sit down. Sebastian, sit. Sit. Good boy. Here you go. Stay. 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 What a good boy. Good puppy, come here. He's a good boy. Of course, it'll look better when there's flowers and plants growing in there. All right, I think we're about done. I know I'm done giving free blood to the mosquitoes. Yeah, so I'll have to mow tomorrow. We're going to have, of course, back to work. It's a nice sunny day. He's a good boy. Whoosh. Whoosh. Easy, careful. By the way, this is on real time. This is not sped up. Jeez. Careful. Wow. You are something else. He's just so glad to get out. He was miserable this morning when it was pouring. Nasturtium. Don't break your... We took him for a walk too. It's just not enough. Oh boy. Alright, I take a break. Go find some water. We gotta get you some water. I don't know if you can reach that fountain, but the one over there, maybe. So yeah, so bugleweed in the back there. Flowering. The May pinks over here and up there. Looks like they're done already. Ah, that's so quick. It goes so quick. But this garden is coming in nice and strong. Filling in. Hosta looks happy. That does seem to do well with some shade. And that coleus doing great. We have a wee bit of an herb garden down there on the table. So I'm putting that out and also keeping it up here by the door. Well, I know I can call the till the garden. Dee also picked up some more vinca vine and filled these pots again. She knows I like them. Nice little tree masks. I know I glossed over the front, but we can finish up over here in front of the lion because some of the... I can't remember what these guys are. These impatiens, the small ones here with the vinca vines, and that nasturtium's really getting tall. I'm hoping he didn't run up the driveway. Sebastian, come on. Come on, pup. All right, so, oh yeah, now we're getting a little bit of blue mixing in. The breeze is supposed to bring in some drier air for a couple of days and then warm it up toward the end of the week. So back to work, but thanks for sharing and joining me. We're going to get back to work and we'll give you another update next week. Thanks again.